Hello, and Randy here, and it's that time of year again. We are going to be working on planting our garden here today. And when I say plant, we're hopefully going to plant pretty much everything here today. We're going to plant the potatoes, the peas, the beans, the corn. I think, is there anything else?
Potatoes, peas, beans, corn. I think that's it for now.
I think that's pretty much what we're planning on planting. We might get some peppers and stuff like that later, everyone. But that's just, we'll buy the couple plants, stick them in wherever. But yeah, we're pretty much going to plant probably 90% of what we plan on planting this year here today, hopefully. Got the tractor with the rototiller here, the old John Deere 2510 with, I think that's a King Cutter 6-foot rototiller, if I remember correctly, on the back there. So we're going to run that through the garden here first. Obviously, we can only get here and then up past those strawberries there. We'll go get all that. So yeah, we'll get that rototiller here first. Well, actually, we'll move some stuff out first, then we'll rototill. Don't want to be rototilling over our hoses and sprinklers here. And then we got a fence crossed up there we got to move as well. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get the rototiller in here. And once we're done rototilling, we should be good to start planting. That's the nice thing about this rototilling. Usually you can plant in right behind it. That bar in the back usually leaves things quite level, so should make planting nice and easy. And speaking of planting, by the way, at least for the smaller seeds, obviously it doesn't work for the potatoes, but corn, beans, that stuff, we got an Earthway seeder. If folks have a decent sized garden, definitely well worth getting one of those. That one. You can make planting done in like 15 minutes with that. Throw your seed in, up and down a couple times, and you're done, just like that. It is very, very quick.
It gets the depth right. It gets the
spacing
perfect. It's nice.
It's nice. Obviously, it doesn't work for potatoes, unfortunately, but oh well. Also, real quick, I want to mention our strawberries we planted here. I think that was a little over a week ago now. A week and a half ago now?
Something around
a week and a half ago now. Looks like they're looking pretty good. I think I've seen maybe one dead one on this row, or it looks like it might be dead. Anyway, we'll see once here. Verdict was still out on it yet, but those are the new strawberries planting. Looks like they're looking okay. And then speaking of the strawberries that are already growing, Evan, wow, do they have a lot of flowers on them. We'll have to see once how that goes, but I suspect probably in the next couple weeks we'll probably have some ripe strawberries here. And I don't know about you folks, I always like strawberries. So anyway, let's get started here, get this rototilled up. Okay, we'll get the tractor fired up here. Again, here's the rototiller that is on the back. Like I said, Evan, this makes nice, easy work working up the garden here. Oh, and speaking of which, Evan, we did have cover crop over on behind the raspberries there. I mowed that down here about a week ago. I figure we better like cut that and chop that up here a little bit. The rototiller will chop it up. It's gonna be all like green and stuff yet. Might make it a little bit hard to plant and stuff, so I figure we'll mow it down. That hopefully, I don't know if it killed all of it or not of them, but at least it chopped some of it up. So when you go over it with the rototiller, hopefully that'll be a lot nicer. We'll see once how that turns out. I know last year I think we just rototilled it, and you get a lot of that residue in it yet right away. It's nice if that residue is a little bit dead, works in a little better, chops it up better. So anyway, let's get the tractor fired up here. Usually she fires right up, so turn the key on and start button. Oh yeah, fires right up.
So what's the plan?
Let's, I think we're gonna start with the corn here first, Evan. And I just realized I need a hammer to pound these stakes in. So we got ourselves a nice straight row. I suppose I could eyeball it.
Please don't. You did that once and it was interesting.
What? What's wrong with my eyeballing?
Your eyeballs are all kinds of wonky.
We just set a point over there. I don't know how to get a hammer. I'm doing that.
No, please.
Yes, I'm doing that.
You remember what happened when he did this with the beans?
What happened?
Oh my gosh. You remember how crooked those rows were?
Nope.
Of course you don't.
Okay, we need lettuce. We'll need beans. There's the beans.
Oh, the lettuce one would have come in handy.
There's peas. We'll need that one. We need corn. Where's the corn one? Ah, sweet corn. Need that one.
So do they have a different one for other types of corn, or?
I'm not sure. I don't know. There's
It says
a lot of
specifically sweet corn on there.
right. There's a lot of different plates available for this.
Fair.
Let me get our sweet corn.
Is that our particular brand?
Yeah, and for those who wonder what we're planning, Illinois Extra Sweet.
We're not joking. This puts peaches and cream to shame.
Yep, and we get a lot of compliments on this. Like a lot of people like
A lot
what?
of customers, a lot of compliments.
Yep. So yeah, if you folks are looking for a good one to plant, oh, and it makes good grilled corn too.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I got a new recipe from the last video we did.
It freezes well, and the kernels are usually pretty big.
I think.
Got a couple strays there.
And then this is, I think it's set at 30 inches. That's going to be our row spacing. So
Yeah, we should be able to get 3 decent sized rows in here. The entire length of the garden, that should be plenty.
oh, we got to check the depth here. What is our depth set at? We are set at 1 inch, huh? I think we're going to want to go.
What is it, 1.5 inches?
Yeah, we're going to try that. We will check the first one here.
And last year we did have an issue with our corn actually taking. We had to plant it twice.
Was the corn? I thought it was the corn?
It was everything.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, hopefully we won't have that problem this year, maybe. Well, we're getting some very uneven planting here.
What, dirt-wise?
Yeah. I might go deeper again. Go halfway in between. I think what it is, because the deeper you put this, the harder it pulls, so then the more you push on it. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
We'll judge the straightness of your line here.
Oh man, look at that.
How straight we talk. That's actually not too bad.
What do you think of that, huh?
Little bit of sway.
A little bit fun.
There is a bit of sway, but it's not that bad.
I think that's about as straight as you get even with a rope, so.
That's about as straight as you get in general.
Yep. And all you have to do, Evan, you set something to look at the end of the row, and you keep your eyes on it. Don't be like.
It's basically like your driving test.
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
After that.
Just keep
Now
your
this
eye.
next line's gonna be kind of hard to see because they didn't leave a very good line here, but we'll make the best of it. Got a big wad here.
Well, you're still right on the line, it looks like. And we got the perfect weather for planting. Haven't had too much rain lately, so nice and dry, but the soil's still soft.
Yep. And this, by the way, Evan, is why I mulched up that other side first, because I was afraid this was gonna happen.
What, all the big wads?
Yeah, all the wads.
Got another one. Well, now we know for next year.
Well, I didn't do this side because there wasn't that much, but nothing's causing us some problems.
We're still on the line, it looks like, maybe. happened there?
Yeah, every now and then it gets like 1 or 2 seeds in there.
It pops and one of them goes flying.
Yep.
Oh boy! Wow.
This line I can see a little better.
These are surprising. These are surprisingly good lines.
This one got a little wobbly just because it was hard to push.
It's not any more wobbly than the other one.
Well, I think.
I wouldn't.
Don't think we better plant this
No,
next.
I would not do 4.
But I think up by the raspberries you probably can.
Yeah, once we get past the raspberries, we can do a short row.
Maybe we could do a row of beans in here or something.
I'm thinking peas.
Oh, peas. Okay, yeah, we can do peas. That'll work. I guess we'll find where the row actually starts when it starts coming up.
Right? Might as well put them far back.
Well, I'll leave enough room to get through here.
Okay, what did you find?
This is part of our cover crop. I forget. Rye. That's what I think of what it was.
Rye?
We got rye in our cover crop. And look at that. It was actually heading out already.
I was going to say that is some...
That's some beautiful
That's
heading
some
out.
chunky rye.
Yeah, we could grow some beautiful rye here.
Hey, we could make bread out of it.
Yep. Unfortunately, we had cover crop planted all across here, but when we put the water line in last year, we tore it all up, so we kind of lost our cover crop on this side.
It did get in the soil, but it was really small at the time.
And then what we did do too is we grabbed a bunch of the cover crop from that side, just pulled it up by the roots, and brought it over to this side as well, just to try to mix in and get a little more organic material here.
And anything that was growing close to the strawberries, just so we would be able to get it out of the... Yep.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool.
That is some handsome rye, though.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen anything that's actually headed out yet, so.
Huh.
But that is some nice, it's wheat kernels? I think
Looks
it's kernels,
like it.
I think you call them.
I think they're kernels. I don't know. Maybe they're generals.
Could be. Oh, brother. Okay, corn is planted. What do we plant up top? Is it potatoes?
Potatoes, and those are going to be going north to south.
Okay, you want to plant those north to south, huh? Okay. Let's get started on those next then.
Yes, nice long rows that
And
way.
for potatoes, we're planting 3 different types. We're planting russet, which is the brown potato. We're planting some, what kind of red did we get? We had late reds.
I'm not entirely sure. Why don't you grab the bag?
We're planting a red potato, and then we're planting Yukon Gold.
Oh, yes. If any of you are a fan of scallop potatoes, Yukon Gold, there's no comparison.
So yeah, there's our Yukon Gold. Really, really good scallop and mashed potatoes. I mean, like, just out of this world.
Not good for canning, though.
And not good if you want to probably do baked potatoes, anything like that either. They're good for scallop and mashed.
Ooh, there is a good eye on that potato in the back.
These are red Pontiacs, so I don't know, they're red.
They're red.
So that's considered a late or an early.
It should say on there.
Excellent for boiling, mashing.
Harvest in the fall.
Okay, it's considered mid-season, I guess, so.
A mid-season potato.
Mid-season potato.
So I would consider that probably a late potato.
And then we got russets.
Norcota russets.
Yep, good for mashed potatoes, and also good for, actually it's kind of your general purpose. It's good for scallop, it's good for mashed, it's good for canning, it's good for baked potatoes.
It's
like
pretty much
you can do everything.
Just
However,
everything
it's
potato.
not like the best at any one, if it makes sense. I mean, like, if you want really good mashed potatoes, I'd say the reds. If you want really good, well actually no, Yukon Gold for the really good mashed, right?
Yep, if you want good garlic mashed potatoes, I would say the reds.
Yep. But anyway, so we got 5 pounds of each. We're gonna plant, well, however many they end up taking, everyone. What I always like to see when I see potato seed, smaller the better, if you ask. Well, maybe not super small, but they sell it by the pound, Evan. So if you get giant potatoes for seed, a couple potatoes can take up a couple pounds real quick.
The first time we planted Yukon Gold, the seed potatoes were humongous.
Yeah, so we only had
half a row of those.
So
yeah.
Hoping to get a few more here this year. They're still fairly good sized yet. So.
Hey, worst case scenario, we can chop them in half and get twice the amount.
Okay, well, let's we'll get set up to start planting those.
All right, grab our signs and head out.
Okay.
All right.
To start with.
So you gave up and you're using the, you're using your line this time?
Yeah, kind of hard to plant straight rows of this. So.
That is fair. And these potatoes are probably one of the easiest ones to plant. To an extent, you set it and forget it. Yeah, I would say that's probably the farthest you want to go.
Let's see how far this gets us. Let's start with the Yukons.
Yeah, put the russets in between the Yukons and the reds, maybe.
That sounds like a good plan. Potato.
You gotta say potato for every hole now.
Potato.
Potato.
Potato. Potato. potato, potato. Two potato.
Oh, that one's got some really nice.
That
Wow.
one over there looks a little suspicious. Might try,
What, the one that has really long vines?
yeah, this one. What's up with this one? That's false.
I don't know. It's got head. It's got eyes on it.
Suspicious. Look, it's suspicious, so we pitch it.
If it's suspicious, we pitch it. All right, and then just put the signs in as we go. I say we like I'm actually doing anything.
And we got color coordinated signs for potatoes.
That is true. We've got red, gold, and brown signs. And we used a different color yellow than the corn. And didn't we use a third yellow for the beans?
I think so.
That's right. We got a bougie garden this year.
Little pro tip, Evan, if you're doing a garden here, take your hoe and put spacing on it for what you might plant stuff at. So in this case, we're probably gonna go 36 for, well, should I do 30?
They got pretty big last year.
Yeah, so I might do 30. We'll do maybe 30. We'll tighten it up just a little bit because we want to get them all in this area up here. Over there, we're gonna plant the beans. So make sure you have enough room. I might do 30. And then, yeah, of course, yeah, like I said, if you do 24, 36, whatever, it's marked on here, Evan, so works pretty good. Just a little pro tip there.
Or do you want to do 2 lines of Yukon Gold here?
We have two. There's some Yukon here too.
All right. Probably 2 lines of each type.
Let's see what we got for potatoes, but probably.
I would say we use the Redskins the most.
That's also because that's usually what we have the most of.
True. We usually have the most of those. They really good producers.
Yeah, and they keep good too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, a lot of our russets spoiled last year.
Yeah, that was an incident. They ended up freezing in the garage. We don't know if water or snow got in there or what happened.
They just froze.
They froze. And then when they thawed, they got all mushy. It was, ugh.
Reds weren't affected though.
No, not that bad. I think we lost a couple of those, but last one?
Last one.
All right.
Close enough, I guess.
Now this might be interesting this year because potatoes typically like it a little bit cooler. Last year we had the corn on the far side, so it blocked some of the crops from getting too much sun. This year we're swapping it around, so I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, and didn't we get the potatoes actually grew fruit last year?
Yeah, that's right. We did.
Yeah. I also just recently learned they're the same family as bell peppers.
Yeah, they had like these weird fruit things on them.
Yeah, they look like tomatoes, which makes sense. They're in the same family. But apparently those fruits are extremely toxic, so nope.
No, we didn't try any.
No, thank you. I think this is the only thing we use the squared off hoe for.
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Makes a nice wide hole for potatoes.
Otherwise, we like the triangle hole.
I like my hose. I like my hose a little pointier.
We're shape racists here.
We're shapists.
Yeah, we're shapists.
Hootie is eyeballing you over there.
left, just like the Yukon.
Cool. It's the same amount in that bag as there was in the Yukon one.
If I put the same amount
If you put the same amount of holes. These ones, it looks like you put more holes.
Good, really.
But these ones are smaller.
Yeah, big old root.
Whoa, what is that?
Not sure what that is.
I don't know, looks like a parsnip maybe? I have no idea.
Big root.
Yeah, it is. Whoa, look at the hair on that one. What is that? It looks like a rat king.
Yeah. Hopefully they grow. We're gonna have to pull them apart here.
They got some roots on them, goodness.
They're trying to grow.
I'm okay with this.
Guess how many's left?
We're gonna have 2. Of course.
3 holes.
3 holes!
Every single one. 3 holes. Every single color.
Well, at least we're consistent.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna plant some peas now.
Peas. I like how their seeds are literally just peas.
Yep.
The peas are the seeds.
Yeah. And we're gonna do like an L shape here, I guess, so. Actually, I should check the depth.
That might be a wise plan.
Let's see, I think we need to raise this up a little bit.
Because the peas don't need to be super deep.
Nope.
It was like, what, a 1/2 inch?
Yeah, I'll set that. Come on. Get a little dirt on it, gets sticky.
Right? Yeah, last year when we planted the peas, if any of you guys watched that video, we planted 2 rows kind of parallel to each other. Then they ended up growing into each other and pulling down the trellis, and it was just a mess. So this year, I'm going to try to do an L shape and see if that treats us any nicer.
That far from the potatoes.
Yeah, I think that should be okay. It'll also act as a barrier between the potatoes and the... We don't really need a barrier between the potatoes and the strawberries. There's enough of a distance, but it'll help keep the peace.
Okay. Put some stakes in, and we'll grab some bean seed, and we'll plant some beans next.
Excellent. Seems like we're just chugging along.
Oh yeah, to get to this, it's... Like I said, when you use the planter, it goes very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Kind of helps when your rototiller on the back only takes 8 minutes to do most of the garden.
Right. Okay. Oh, they are improved.
Improved tender greens.
That means they've got more, what's what everybody always complains about with crops?
They're not green enough?
No, they're always changing up with the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they call that again. People are always complaining about it.
Okay, let us know in the comments below if you know what people are always complaining about. 'Cause I got no clue what this boy's saying.
Well, people are always complaining about it when it comes to farm food.
Longevity?
No, the genetic stuff.
Oh, GMOs.
Yeah.
This one has extra GMOs.
Yeah, this one's got improved GMOs.
Excellent.
Let's see. Okay, I got the bean plate in there. I think we're gonna plant one row.
Are you sure
here.
that says peas on it?
It does. Oh, yeah, beans and small peas.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if that was considered small peas.
I don't know.
Oh well.
It is now. Did you do your depth?
No, I did not. Probably should have checked that. Probably should be a little deep. Just a smidge. Okay, now I need a rope to finish this one down there, or something. Probably should get a rope.
Well, yeah, this side has got the thick cover crop and the corn remnants. More people are interested in the green ones than the yellow ones.
Colorless.
I know, right? Beanists. My sister came over for beans. She actually picked out all the green ones. I'm like, dude, don't you know the yellow beans have like a buttery taste and they're fantastic?
Right.
It might not go well because there's so much debris in the dirt.
That's packed down.
That too. Nice. Yeah, we chose to do this on the second warmest day of this week.
Tomorrow will be the warmest.
I know, they say tomorrow it's supposed to get up towards 80.
No, thank you.
Let's hope the wedding we're going to is indoors.
It's in a barn.
Blech.
That's about as good as it's going to get.
I'm gonna be sweaty. These are the biggest rows of beans we've had.
Yeah. This will be the most we've planted of any beans before.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that's not a bad thing.
Considering how much they produced the past 2 years, we are going to be out here every day.
I think last year we just finally stopped picking them and didn't do anything with them, right?
Well, last year I was also sick, so I couldn't really help that much. And we eventually just gave up. Yeah, I think like mid-July we just got sick of it.
Why are we
Alright.
planting more then?
Huh?
Why are we planting more then?
Because I'm healthy now. We are running out of our stock downstairs and they sell like crazy.
Okay, good. Okay, well, Evan, I think that's going to do it.
Alright, so then after dinner,
We'll
fence
put that,
time.
yeah, we'll put the fence back across there, everyone, and we should be good. And we're going to water this all here too, by the way, so we'll put the sprinkler on this. Okay, with that, thanks for watching. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Oh, and for those of you wondering, it is May 17th here today, so that is when we are planting this. So planting the beans, the potatoes, the corn, the peas. We're just planting everything on the same day here. The weather forecast looks like it should be favorable. We're pretty much going to be in the 70s here in the future forecast, and we're almost to June, everyone, so I suppose it's always possible June gets cold again, but 70-degree weather, that should be more than good enough for all the crops we planted here, everyone. So yeah, again, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.